Hello, how are you? Hopefully you're having a good time. In today's video, I will cover the SUMIFS function and the average IFS function because both are similar in terms of the criteria. And in the previous video, I have already covered the count IFS. If you haven't checked out that video, I definitely recommend you to kindly go first and look that video, right? And then come to this one, which makes things a little bit easier, and I won't spend too much time to go over every details, right? So let's get started. So here first I will cover the syntax of the SUMIFS. Let me put myself on the height so you can clearly see everything. So the sum range, so basically it has certain required criteria, right? So when I call the function, it has a sum range. Sum range means which amount, in for example is the amount column, which you want the function to sum. So that's the first one we need to give, and then we need to give the criteria range. Criteria range, as you have seen in my count IFS video, that these are the criterias where we put our conditions on. Okay, so the similar case is for, I haven't put the screenshot for the average IFS on, but on the average IFS side, instead of the sum, it will just do the average, but the format is pretty straightforward. Okay, and the criteria range is 127. So 127 basically the conditions you can give, but at least for either sum or average IFS, you should have one criteria there. If you don't have one, then you cannot use this function. Then pretty much just use the regular function. Why you need to worry about this, right? Okay, so let's get started. So I'll put this away so it won't get any distracted, and maybe I'll keep myself on so you can see me as well. Okay, so on the SUMIFS, if I call the equal and say sum, and yeah, one more thing before, in this video I will cover the the 6 use cases, right? 3 on the numeric side, and then basically greater than, equal, or between, right? Certain criteria like year, when year is greater than 2011 and less, when the items are in the list, and in addition we are also looking at another columns, year, and some wildcard cases. So all these cases will be doing here. Okay, so let's get started. So if I do this one and then say, okay, what is my sum when my year is 2011, right? So first thing, as per, we need to give the columns which we want to perform the sum. In this case, I have selected my column. The next thing is I need to now input the criteria, right? So my criteria is the year column, so I'll give the year column, and then I need to put some filtering on that criteria. So this will be on the double quote, and I'll say, okay, if is equals 2011, and then quote close, bracket close, and enter. So I got 190 basically. So for first 3, 40, 150, and 190. So this means my function is doing very well. So I'll cover all these, and then quickly I will do the average IFS, right? The next one is basically I need to perform the sum, but rather only which if is greater than 2011, right? Not these 3 cases which I got here, but on the 7 counts here. So what I'll do, just to save time, I'll copy all those again, right? And as you might already guess, if you not, I said it's instead of equal, it should be greater than 2011. Okay, and if I press enter, I will get my sum of 450, which is very good, very good, right? The third case is, now I need to select between 2 ranges, which is very normal, right? When we need to select the data, I'll say, okay, if it's greater than this or less than this, right? So let's how it is work. So just to save time as well, I'll copy this again, because this case is when my year is greater than 2011, which is my second case. I just need to add more for the if less than 2020. So if I do this, I'll get here, and let me showcase here to you. Then next what I need to do, I'll put a comma here. For the second use case, I will select the year again, right, and just put the criteria on that. So if so I'll say it's less than 2020, quotes close, and enter. Okay, so this is what I did it. So here you cannot just put the greater and less than in one, so you have to give twice the year columns, right? So one range you'll give greater than, and the another range you'll give less than, and just press enter. Okay, so my work is, my sum for this is 260. Okay, the third case is I have where when my year is less than 2020, right, which is some but instead of this the year, I'm also working on the items. Now I have a list of items, right? So how to give as a list? So let me show it to you. So what I'll do here, I'll call the sum IFS function again. I always first give, this is my amount because I want to sum this amount, and this the year, this one is already there. So okay, so I select this one range and then do less than 2020, right? So up to here I think it's clear. The next one is the item. Okay, so before I put any filtering, I need to select the items columns. Okay, I got the item range as well. Now this item range, now I need to provide the list. For the list, you need to put in the open the parenthesis, and then now you need to put your list items. So for me it is bread. Okay, so BREAD, comma, and then I have this as a donuts, right? So this is my 2 item in a list, and then I close the parentheses again, just to make sure, right? Make sure these parentheses are not within the bracket, within the quotes. These are outside the quote because it serves as a list. Okay, and then I close my function. Okay, here I have to do little bit more. So I have to give this function in another sum as well, right? So if I do this, maybe I don't do now. If I enter it, I'll show you how it works. Then I got 2 values, right? One is for the bread and another is for 200 and for the donuts. If I to make it a 1 count, if you want to sum it again, you just put in sum and enter, and then you get a 1 count. Okay, so basically what happens here, for each items it's gives the separate sum. For the bread, when it's less than 2020 year, it's give 1 sum, and then one sum, and then for a donut where the year is less than 2020, it's give another sum. So we have a sub sums, basically you can say, right? Subtotals. So I'll use the sum function on top of it because I don't want to separately show. That's not the case, but if you have the case, you leave it separate. So that's what I have done. But don't worry, I will also share this spreadsheet on a link on the description, so you can download it and see how I have did it and also played with it. Okay, the next thing is we have a case where rather than we just say, okay, give me the sum based on some wildcard, right? How I should be doing this, okay, like a like condition in a SQL, that's very common. So for that one, again, I'll open up some IFS and then give this sum amount range, and then I'll give the range where the range is this items, and I want to it start with a C, right? So I open it, put a C, and any guesses? Yeah, just put a star and close it up. So that's pretty much, and if I press enter, it's giving me 280 as a sum, right? So this is my sum. So the last one is show auto update an item. So what will happen if I have also if we have a, let's say if I add anything, how about it will auto update? for that, make sure your table is in data, whatever you're working, it's format as a table, right? So you select everything and then select here as a table. For me, I have already selected it and push my data into the table, right? So if you add anything here more, for example, if I add, let's say right now my sum is 190 for year 2011. So let's say if I give 2011, enter it, you notice my count immediately increase here to 4, right? And my sum, if I add anything here, let's say donut was 100, let's put it 150, because this is just random, right? So you have noticed my sum automatically increase. I don't have to do anything else. It works on the data. So that's on the sum side. Now you have understand the sum, pretty much the same thing, same function, same everything, no need to do anything. On average, just take the everything whatever we have learned and then just replace by the average IFS. So once you have done that, push enter, you will get, instead of doing the sum, it will do the average. So I'll quickly go over and change everything to average IFS to show that how this is works. Okay, but if you like this video, kindly subscribe to my channel and ensure smash that like button so more and more people will like it. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to waste time to go over and over, right? So here, okay, so here I'll say average, but here you also need to put average here, right? Because I want average, the net average, so I'll put average. Okay, so that's a little bit of trick here. And then on the wildcard as well, you just change that to average IFS. Okay, so that's pretty much, and I'll upload this video. So subscribe if you're new, smash the like button, and I'll make more and more video. If you like it, it motivates
and also
me.
Subscribe to my channel.
Okay, it's my son, he has his Sadiq World channel, so please make sure if you have kids at home, he reads a book, do robotics, and also subscribe to his channel as well. Thanks and bye for now.